Greetings, viewers, and welcome to another Sleight of Hand review. And today we're looking at Masters of the Universe Revelation Scareglow. And this is from the Netflix original series. Wow, it doesn't really fit in camera too well. This is a pretty big box, actually. So, I wasn't a huge He-Man fan as a child. I had all the other franchises to keep me busy. You know, Transformers, G.I. Joe, Brave Star, Starcom, all kinds. There were a lot of shows in the 80s to keep one busy, and He-Man really didn't hit with me. I did enjoy the Dolph Lundgren movie. I thought that was terribly cheesy and wonderful. I do like that movie a lot. I know Super 7 released some figures for that movie, or with designs from that movie. They basically fell into... they basically got the licensing for it, but kind of didn't, because they did like concepts. But the concepts were basically Dolph Lundgren and Frank Langella as Skeletor, and a few of the other characters from the movie. But the Netflix series I enjoyed. I wasn't, like I said, I didn't keep He-Man too close to my heart. So seeing it, you know, any changes they did to it, it didn't bother me like it did some people. But I do like some of the character designs, and that's why I got Scareglow here. I think this is pretty cool. Skeletor is great. You know, he's a skull-headed, creepy guy. You know, but Scareglow was even cooler. You know, he's supposed to glow in the dark, and he was voiced by Tony Todd in the Netflix series. So let's look at the packaging real quick. Nice big window. You can see what's going on inside there. A little bit of art on the side. More art on the back. And it says, "Fear his glow. The skeletal specter rules the underworld of Subternia, trapping lost souls inside of their deepest, darkest nightmares. But it has been too long since Scareglow has tasted true fear. If the daring adventurers wish to pass through his domain, they must pay the price. Fear for Scareglow to feast upon, or be trapped in Subternia forever." So they have a few other characters in this wave. You got Fisto, Andra, Scareglow, and Stinkor. And there's plenty of other ones. From this new Revelation line, they're doing Mattel's doing a lot. So he is the evil ghost of Skeletor. I never really saw him as the evil ghost of Skeletor. I kind of saw him as his own thing, but anyway. Let's get him out of the box and take a look at Scareglow. Alright, here we have Scareglow out of his plastic coffin. And I did swap on a hand here. He doesn't come with much. He does come with two hands in the packaging, plus his hands that are on him. This was a holding hand that was on him. I swapped out for the reaching hand that he has on him right now. And he comes with a fisted hand. And he comes with his staff. And that's about it. He has a cloth cape. This piece is plastic for the collar, and like it's like a capelet here on top, but then the rest of it is part of his cloak, and his cape in the back is all fabric. So I wasn't expecting that. I was kind of figuring, like Marvel Legends, most of the time they'll just give you a plastic cape and it'll just be locked in one position. So I will take some pictures of Scareglow in the dark to see how much he actually glows, but for right now, let's take a look at his staff. Is wow, focus. It's just one piece of molded plastic. There's really nothing to it. It's a little warped in the packaging, but you can fix that with some heat. Hairdryer, the hot water technique. Yeah, let's take a look at Scareglow. Now this is a floating piece. This collar, like I said, is plastic. The rest is fabric. The fabric piece does go around his neck, up underneath there. So it should keep it on and should keep it pretty much trouble-free. It's not bad. It's not like scrim. Like sometimes they use a really cheap fabric for these, like interfacing almost. This I don't know what it is exactly, but it's soft enough. It's almost like a felt, really. And yeah, it doesn't hang too bad. It's tattered at the edges. That's not terrible. They really could have done worse there. So for his face, the eyes really have a nice shine to them. The sockets themselves have like a glossy black paint, and the eyes are picked out with an orangey, really reflective paint. And there's a wash over his skull parts. So those come through decently enough. Your mileage may vary. As you look in the store, if you see them, you might see ones with a little more wash on the head. You might see some without. But the rest of his body, there's a bit of paint, mostly plastic in these colors. The purple is metallic, pretty vibrant. I like it. So let's take a quick look at articulation. And his head does turn. It goes, I'm not sure how much further I can get up on that. We'll take it off and see. Yeah, it's just it doesn't have a hinge, it's just a double ball peg. There's like a ball peg at the bottom, and it's kind of limited. It might even be a hinge deep down there inside the neck. Like it can't really tilt, it can just go back and forth. So he doesn't really get a good up. He does get an okay down. He can swivel. There's not a lot of turn, like tilt on there. There's turn, but there's not a lot of tilt. For arms, his arms can go out that far, up that far. He has a bicep swivel. He has double jointed elbow. And his wrists obviously swivel. This hand goes in and out. This hand goes in and out. I don't know if his other hands go up and down. Looks like they all go in and out. They do not go up and down. So no like this, only like side to side. So he's got, must be a ball peg in there. It's a little limited. You really feel it start to hit the edges of the torso. But you can get a bit of a twist. It's more for your crunching, which isn't great. It's not perfectly great. And the waist is just a twist. There's no ball peg in there. So with the two combined, you can't like get a deeper crunch, unfortunately. Thighs, he does have a slit on either side of his little skirt piece here, so he can do pretty much the Johnny Cage. And he can come fairly forward. That's not bad. And back, yeah, back is limited. You can go out to the side, but at that point you're more going out to the side than anything else. There is a thigh swivel, so you can see his bony thighs there. Even though he's bony, he hasn't skipped leg day. These guys are pretty beefy. He has a boot swivel. That actually helps with posing sometimes. He has a double jointed knee. That's going to start to bind up in there, but and his ankles can go about about that far forward. About that far back. And boot cut. And you do get... Let's see. You do get an ankle rocker, although it starts to get a little weird. But with the boot cut and finagling it, you probably can work with it. I can say it's not as great as a Marvel Legends. This peg seems to really be pointing down more into the boot and not forward where you could turn on it. So it wants to twist in weird directions. You can do the teapot. The joints aren't bad out of the box. This shoulder is a little... Looks like there's a paint mark there too. Oh well. This joint is on the shoulder is a little stiff going in and out, but most of the swivels and the bends and stuff like that aren't bad. The plastic is, you know, it's okay for the price you're paying. You can get yourself a Scare Glow and not feel too disappointed. It's good bit of posability, not the greatest, but I'll take some pictures of him in the dark to see how much he lights up. So we'll do that. We'll do that right now and throw that in there before final thoughts. All right, or during final thoughts. And for size comparisons, here he is next to a Marvel Legends Ghost Rider on his motorcycle. And this is probably my only right now. No, I have one other. Probably my only other Masters of the Universe Classics Super 7 type figure that I have out right now is Drago Man. Drago. It's got an AE in it. Drago. I picked him up because he's a freaking dragon, man. What are you gonna do about that? You know, you gotta buy that. And another skull-headed Ghost Rider from, wow, early Marvel Legends days. Not Toy Biz. I think these were Hasbro, but they still got the ball-jointed hips, and I like this figure because he's got blue flames. So, skeleton party here, with the exception of Drago Man. So, final thoughts here for Scare Glow. Not too bad. I got him mostly because I like the character and like the design of the character. I don't have much attachment to him otherwise. So I can't speak from an old, Master of the Universe fan going back and say, oh my god, he's a worthy update of the original figure. I can't say he's a worthy update of the original figure. He's a modern incarnation of that original figure. It's brought it forward to more modern articulation scheme and deco and design wise, and Mattel didn't do too bad. Yeah, so wish they could have done a little bit more with his feet. His feet are a little not too bad to pose once you get him in a good pose, but the rocker on them is a little strange. But other than that, not many accessories, no magic effects, no other alternate head sculpt. So I can't say he's gonna blow your socks off. But I don't exactly have a bone to pick with him either. So yeah, and yes, his skull does glow in the dark. However, in that low lighting, you just really see his skull, and really couldn't pick up, and I didn't want to fiddle with it too much, pick up on the to see if these other aspects of him glow. I'll try it out and see if I can really pick up any other glow, and I'll at least let you know. But in the dark, just his skull kind of glowed, and it didn't make for a really great picture. I could play around with lighting and see. I did throw in some green lighting just to do a dark photo that didn't look too terrible. But other than that, yeah. So, if you liked any part of this review, or if you like Scareglow here, you know, shoot me a like, a subscription, hit the subscribe button, that'd be great too. And leave a comment. Who's your favorite Masters of the Universe character? Obscure? Mainstream? Did you like the movie? Yeah, anything you want to say down there, that'd be great. And from Scareglow here and me, take care of yourselves and each other. And I'll see you next time.